Hello, my YouTube family. We're back with another magic fight. This time, we'll be doing w.i.t.c.h versus Winx, an old time favorite that has been long debated online for a very long time. Let's finally put the argument to rest and see who wins this magic fight. The Winx Club Fairies versus the Witch Guardians. Now, I do want to point out this is one of my favorite matchups, not just because they have different types of magic. This is one of my old time favorites. It'll basically be energy magic versus elemental magic, which is highly contested in many different universes and many different versus battles and death battles. And I love to see it. As a fan of both shows and of anime and cartoons in general, this is one of my favorite matchups to do. Into the magic system of each of these universes, starting with Winx Club. Now, magic is more than just a part of the universe. It's literally the heart and soul and fundamental part of Winx Club's universe. Now, in Winx Club, magic is portrayed as a living, emotional, and cosmic force that shapes the entire universe. The series blends fairy tale fantasy with cosmic mythology. So, magic isn't just spells, it's the foundation of reality itself. That's what I mean. Magic is the heart and soul of this universe. This is why it's very potent and powerful. I do want to point out witches aren't inherently evil. It's just about how the magic is used. Also, another important thing is that magic evolves through transformation in the Winx Club universe. We've seen the Winx get higher magical status, unlocking through growth in trials such as the standard is Magic Winx, Enchantrix, Believix, Harmonix, Sirenix, Bloomix, and so forth. Each transformation increases magical output, unlocks new spells, symbolizes character development. Magic isn't static, it evolves with the user. That's an important to note as well. Also, emotional and moral component. One of the core things of Winx Club is that magic responds to belief and emotion. Love strengthens spells, doubts weaken them. Self-sacrifice unlock higher forms like Enchantrix. This magic, partially psychology, and spiritual, not just tech. And good versus dark magic in the Winx Club universe. The main conflict also revolves around forces like the Dragon Flame, the Ancestral Witches, Shadow, and Chaos magic. Also, it's important to note that, like I said earlier, magic isn't inherently evil, it just depends on how you use it. So, oftentimes the lines are blurred between power, good, and evil. Magic can be studied academically at schools like Althea, where students learn spell theory, practice combat magic, develop emotional control, and train for transformation stages. Magic requires discipline and growth. It's not just innate talent, which is not inherently bad either. Some people are just born with special talents that you'll never have, but some people work harder for them. Same thing with life. Alright, now the second part of this video, we'll go over the witch magic system and just how they differ from the Winx Club magic system. So one of the prime examples that I have is so for the witch magic system, their magic system is based on elemental guardianship, where the 5 main characters are chosen by the Council of Kandra to protect the universe. Their power is driven from aromas, mystic orbs, that embody the pure essence of the 5 elements. The core components of their magic system is the Heart of Kandakar, a magical pendant held by the leader Wilm that acts as a conduit for the Guardian's powers. It allows them to transform into their more powerful Guardian forms, which grants them wings and enhanced abilities. So the 5 elements that each Guardian controls, a specific element that often reflects their personality. So quintessence or energy, life force, wielded by will, is the 5th element that binds the others. It manifests a whitish bluish lightning. It can be used to bring inanimate objects to life. Water, wielded by Irma, she can manipulate water. change the color of fabrics, and perform limited mag control. Fire, wielded by Tyrannia, along with heat manipulation. She possesses telepathic abilities. Earth, wielded by Cornelia. She controls plants and soil and also possesses telekinesis. Air, wielded by Lynn. She controls wind and can become invisible. Now, there's some other powers that they had beyond their elemental control. And also do want to point out as well, so the transformation, the Guardians are significantly stronger in their transformed states. Within the heart of Kandakar, they can still use their powers, but doing so drains their life force rather than their infinite energy of their armors. Unity, the Guardians are strongest when they're united in spirit. Internal conflicts or being separated for long periods can weaken their connection to their magic. And dimensional travel, the heart was originally used to close portals and unveil a magical barrier between worlds. After absorbing the seal of Phobos, it gains the power to open them as well. And elemental zenith. In extreme cases, a guardian can become the true embodiment of her element. This grants immense power, but is dangerous. And also, it risks the guardian losing their humanity and becoming a mindless force of nature. Now that I have went over each individual magic system within Winx Club and the show Witch, I do want to point out some notable differences. So the magic in Winx Club, their source of power is the number one. Magic is innate. Fairies and other magical creatures like witches and trolls, wizards, and dark forces, they are born with their magic. They're born with elemental or cosmic powers. So this a key thing I do want to point out. We see a lot of energy magic along with elemental magic in Winx Club. So prime example will be Bloom's Dragon Flame, a primordial cosmic force. And the witches or some of the or more darker creatures use darker oppositional magic. And the type of magic is where I want to dive into. Primarily elemental and energy based. Fire, water, light, nature, technology, etc. There's a strong emphasis on spell casting, while they do use a lot of combat magic, transformations, and power upgrades such as Charmix, Enchantrix, and Believix. And also the structure of the magic system within Winx Club is highly fantasy oriented and layered. Formal magical education at places like Althea and Cloud Tower, and they have a clear power scaling system. New forms mean more measurable power increases. Then they do have a lot of, even though they use magic for quite a bit of personal things, they do have a lot of direct battle experience, and they use it as well, and they're part of a formal education system. Not only is magic itself formalized where you can learn how to use it and craft spells and create things, but also you get direct battle experience. And the Winx Club in particular, they get a lot of battle experience by fighting the main villains of the universe, such as the Trix or Voltor or Darkor. Now, on to some differences that I see in Witch, the animated series. Their source of their power was granted to them. It's not innate, meaning that the girls weren't born with these powers. It was given to them. The girls are chosen as guardians of the veil by the mystical realm of Kandakar. Power flows through the heart of Kandakar, a magical artifact. And their type of magic is primarily elemental, such as fire, water, earth, and air, and quintessence. Now, there is some cosmic balance and guardianship, and they don't focus too much on spells, or they don't, use very many spells in their vocabulary, and there's a more emphasis on channeling energy, which can be useful in combat. And by the way, I do want to point out quintessence requires spiritual and life energy, more metaphysical than the magic we see in Wing style. Structure of the Witch magic system. So in the structure of their magic system is more mythological and political. Magic is a part of a multiverse governance system. Kandakar oversees dimensions. The girls balance their noble teenage lives with guardian duties. And magic is used for more of protection and maintaining balance, not constant fighting or not always necessarily for the threat. They don't use it in their everyday lives. It's not an innate part of the universe like in Winx Club, which is why it's very hard to see the witches sort of do certain things that we see in Winx Club. Like, you know how a lot of times we see Stella, for instance, just zap up clothing and zap up new items, and many of the characters, they just cast a quickie spell to fix something. We don't see that very much. And now, if I had to pick who would win, man, you, I love both shows. I'm very entertained by both set of groups of people, and I love the villains in both shows. But if I were forced to pick who would win in a direct confrontation, either the Witch Guardians or the Winx Club girls, I'ma probably have to go with the Winx Club girls just because we see them have more access to more magic, more spells, and on top of that, they consistently have gotten stronger and stronger throughout the series, and they keep leveling up and getting more stronger, and they are more battle experienced than the Witch Guardians.